Robin Hoffman. I'm a public artist here in Charlottesville, and some people want to know, what is a public artist? Well, a public artist can be somebody who actually does videography in restaurants. So people in San Francisco, for instance, in New York City, big cities, instead of carrying their paintings from restaurant to restaurant, they actually use a video to promote or project the image in an isolated part of the restaurant. And we're here in this wonderful restaurant called Maya. Maya is a locally owned restaurant. It's not corporate. Like, I've been going to different restaurants around here that are corporately owned. I can't even find a manager. And then if I find a manager, they can't donate any money. Well, Maya basically is local, and they work with farms and subsidies and industries that all promote community, in that the people that work there, the people that do the farming, the delivery people, service people, everybody lives in Charlottesville, and so they actually keep the community spending money. Like, for instance, if I were working for Maya, so now because people support Maya, they come here, it's delicious food, but I mean, so that money translates to me being able to pay my rent, and then also me being able to spend the extra money that I make to the local people here. And so why we support a local person is that the dynamics of all the money stays for the people of Charlottesville, and not go out to somebody who's at their computer, investor, corporate head, some place in California. If it's a locally owned place, the person lives here, they use the farms here, and the food tastes better because you just pick it off the plant and then it goes in your mouth, basically. And so, you know, if something is sitting in a warehouse, if tons of food is sitting in a warehouse and shipped somewhere else, by that time it loses its vitamin potential and it loses its food value, like the taste and everything else. So as we work with our farms groups and meat processor people and everything that are local, we benefit 20-fold. And so I'm here also because, as a public artist, I'm going to ask if I can get my paintings projected. And so what does that mean? So I can sort of mix it up. I can ask my friends, my other artist friends, to sort of like every 5 seconds, change the image and project it on Maya's wall, and then people can elect to actually choose the image, which might have a number underneath or a title, and then as they're sitting eating, they may get very interested in that image and say, I want to purchase that image. But also I'm going to ask Maya if they will rent the art image. In other words, we can come here every month and change up the whole image, so that everybody who comes back to Maya can get a new treat, a new bunch of paintings. And you can rent these paintings for like 35 cents a day. So in other words, if I have 5 paintings at 35 cents a day in a month, I can make up to $60 actually a month just renting my paintings or my image, okay, and that's copyrighted. So people pay for that, it's entertainment, but it's very convenient for both the artist and the restaurants because they don't have to hammer and change and that sort of thing. It's just like this one sort of projection. Oh, what a surprise.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
I'm Robin Hoffman. Who are you?
Peter Castiglione.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, what's going on?
So you own this restaurant?
I'm a co-owner.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too.
So I'm a public artist here in Charlottesville. And so how do you base your food on Charlottesville's cuisine tastes, like discerning, you know, between all the restaurants? How is it that you're so appealing that everybody comes here all the time?
Oh, because my partner is an amazing chef. Our staff is awesome and friendly. And we try to go farm to table and share local stuff. local tastes better.
Yes, because it means that the vitamins are there, and then also the nutrients and the taste.
Yeah, the taste is better, and support your local economy when you can.
So who are some of the vendors that or farms that you associate with?
Oh, we have a long list, long list of local farms.
Cool.
I almost feel like it would take forever to list them, and
Do you have, like,
I would feel bad for the people I didn't mention.
Okay, but like, do you have like specialty farms, like mushroom farms or chicken farms?
We do. We do. Bel Air Farm for chickens, Timber Creek, Double H, Sharondale for mushrooms.
It's awesome.
I could go on and on.
So the idea is that you keep the local economy going, so I don't have to pay too much of my real estate taxes.
Well, we can discuss the difference between raising real estate tax or meals tax anytime you want.
That's the case.
They're going to raise taxes one way or the other, no matter what we do.
But the idea is that more industrious you are in keeping our local people working and actually doing the work in the farms and in delivering and all that sort of stuff, and serving certainly, the more we benefit. So we have to support you. I mean, I wouldn't go to a corporate restaurant. I would come to a person who is benefiting the local people.
Well, you know, Charlottesville's in the top 10 per capita for restaurants in the United States.
Oh my goodness.
And we're top 3 on the East Coast, behind New York City, depending on what model you look at. So we have the most competitive market just about in the United States to try to run our restaurants, keep our people employed, and keep the farmers
What are your hours?
paid.
What are your hours?
We're open 7 days a week, from 5 p.m. until 10 for dinner. And then we keep the bar open till 2. And we do private events and specialty occasions and lunches and weddings and brunches and that kind of stuff.
I was here for a brunch on the 2nd floor watching people from the church across the street come out. It was awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, I really loved your shrimp with grits. Oh my God.
Shrimp and grits are yummy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then I've been here for dinners, like the fish is so fresh and all that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Rag Mountain trout. The freshest fish we can get is trout from a local farm, and it's been our #1 seller for 8 years. Fresher the better.
It's the place I would come for fish. I mean, of all the people in Charlottesville, it's
Thank
really,
you so
really
much.
awesome.
We'd like to hear that.
And then also your outdoor venue. Then you've got the artists that come here sometimes and play. I've listened to Eli Cook here, my favorite person.
Good.
Yes, but anyway, so
It's all about supporting local,
yes.
keeping it local, and keeping it real.
And that's the big thing. Thank you so much today for donating to the University of Montessori School, which is really important because they actually teach math with art.
My 3-year-old loves it.
And yes, and the program is very intense. It's very student oriented. It has so many things that connect to the real world that a lot of schools don't get that benefit or opportunity.
They have their own little farm. They grow vegetables and eat them at the end of the year, and they use music to teach math and those kind of things. It's awesome.
Yes.
They even have an abacus.
It's
old school.
I'm in education, and I have to tell you that one of the things when I went through education to my bachelor's undergrad is that we designed a school actually with a farm, and here it is to fruition. That University of Montessori, yay!
Good.
So, but it's also like Henley School has their own solar and that sort of thing in Charlottesville.
Hooray!
And they raised the money themselves, the parents.
Oh wow!
So this is a very proactive community.
It is a proactive community.
And we're very lucky to have a proactive restaurateur.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have proactive customers as well.
So we're going to look in your restaurant if you don't mind, and I just want to thank you very much. It was really nice meeting you.
Take a look. Get in here. Okay. Now get 2 kisses. One on this side, one on this side.
Okay.
My wife's from Spain. More kisses the better.
Because I want to say this is lovely. And what they did here was they showed the actual structure of this building, and they kept it very organic. I mean, the beams, I think they're 12 inches, 12-inch beams holding up this building are exposed, and the brick is exposed. So you come up here for breakfast and you have a great time. Usually there's some art pieces up here. They're probably mixing it up right now. Maya has very nice ambiance to begin with, but they certainly do hang art. In fact, as you look around, they have the cords which hang the fish line, so to speak, or invisible line for the paintings. And so they're probably switching up paintings. But as I said earlier, you can now video art onto walls as well. And so, but look outside. As I sat here for Sunday brunch, I actually can sit and at this level see the church and them coming out of church, and it's very spiritual to be able to eat food locally with such wonderful flavors, and then also see the people enjoying their Sunday. What do people do on Sunday? Some people go to church, some people just read the paper, they stay home, they pet the dog. Some people go on marathons. A lot of marathons here in Charlottesville. Almost everywhere you look, you look out the window and there's somebody running a marathon. But it's usually a fundraiser, but people are very cognizant. I noticed in Charlottesville when I did 250 caricature at UVA for 2 weeks at the cafeterias, the hospital, the workers, the employees, including the research doctors, told me that they're so active. I don't know how people spend so much time being active in one day. I mean, here they are working. They may put in like 18 hours sometimes. They come home and they take care of the horses, they're running, they're jumping. But here in Maya, you can have your whole entire family here. Like if they come from out of state or if they're here locally, you have your cousins, your aunt, whatever. This is such a nice restaurant. And the best part, again, is the localization of where they get their fresh food. And I'm just salivating right now. And so just thinking about some of their wonderful dishes. And they come up with things such as glasses that appear like jars, which is very traditional in the South, especially with tea. People like to drink out of jar-like glasses. I'm not sure what they're called, but anyway, I noticed that. And also the way they put their napkins and they dress up the table, it's very Southern. And that makes it very warm and special because you are in the South, basically. And so you feel as though, you feel very comfortable at home. And so over here we have, for instance, if you had a party, they have a whole seated area over here, and you don't have to worry about people walking in from the street, so to speak. So you're already above street level. You're on the second floor. So it's that, it's going to be whoever's in here, that sort of space. And again, the view is amazing. You do have the Amtrak station, and you have the First Baptist Church, which also gives you the signage, the marquee, and it tells you when you can get the Bible studies and stuff like that. Like, so if you're sitting here for Sunday and you have nothing to do, or you do want to go to some of the interesting Bible study groups, and they also announce the pastor, so it's very intimate, it's very nice. And so now we're going to go downstairs. I'm going to just try to highlight what the kitchen looks like a little bit, and then how nicely they have everything sort of organized. Take note of like the state-of-the-art kitchen. It's that they're cooking, fresh food, so they have to sterilize everything all the time and all that. And it's just a beautiful kitchen, actually. And you'll see all the tools and the ovens and that sort of thing. We might be able to catch somebody to talk with, and so let's go see. So this is the bar. This is where the community gets together, and really sort of embraces that they're community members, and a lot of times they're just hanging out for hours and hours, just enjoying each other. It's a wonderful bar. It's beautifully lit, just this gaslight type style of fixtures. And then also they have this wonderful kitchen, which they have a changing slate board, basically, of a menu. So it's very fresh. It's so fresh, the menu always changes. And it's one of the highlights of you can never really predict what you're going to get. And so you come in here, every time is a new adventure, really. And so also they have another room, as well as the outside, of course, which is tonight. It's a gorgeous night. And then they have this room over here, which is, to me, it's like such a New York style type of thing where, you know, it's just a whole new adventure. So if you sit in here, then if you sit in the main place, or if you sit outside, every time it's not only a new menu, but it's like a new restaurant. And then, of course, the highlighted feature artist is always here. It's always fresh. It's always mixed up. Oh my God, just the smell, the aroma in here, and then so comfortable. Just the color and the decorum and the ambiance. It's just wonderful. And of course, like, you're sitting in this room and it's very kind of Zen-like. It's just got this bamboo, and then it's got these wonderful wooden tables, very organic again. And then you see the city. And there's like a railroad track right there and everything. So it's awesome. It's an experience every single night. Bye.